Hello, this is Dr. Everybody. We're going to take a look at the second part of our problem. And in the first video, we looked at the problem, we outlined the solution, we set up an association between the letters and where they appear in the alphabet, and then we created a list of words by reading through a file, and we cleaned up the words a little bit, made words that are longer than 3, and then we got rid of the carriage returns. Now we can actually get to the heart of the problem, which is finding the words that in fact meet our criteria. Now let's check to see if words that meet the criteria. Now, what does that mean? Well, what we could do is we can look at every word and then find the first character. So if we go back and we look at our little example here, and so we'll find the value of the first character, and I'll just call that total. And then we want to find the value of the remaining characters, and let's put those into a list. So we'll end up with a list like that. And then we can find the sum of that list, and then we can ask the question, is the sum of the list equal to the value of the first one? So let's code that up. Let's look at every word in the list. And let's grab the value of the first one. And now we want to make a list of the remaining numbers. I'll call it the sum list. It'll start out empty, like we always do. And then let's go through the rest of the slice, that's the rest of the word, and add them to the list. Okay, so once I have added things to my list, I now want to check to see if the total is equal to the sum of the values in my list. And if they are, let's print the word. Now it turns out that this won't work. There are a couple of problems here. One of the problems that we have is with words like can't that are in there. All right. Well, we have a problem with the apostrophe. The apostrophe isn't in the letters. That's going to be a problem because I can't then find the index of it in the letters. So we only want to deal with letters that are with characters that are in my that are in the letters. So let's put a check in there that we're only going to add things in there if they are in the letters, and we'll just ignore the other values. Okay. Now I will have a collection of numbers. It won't blow up when I try to take the index, and let's try this out. All right, so what happened here? Well, in this case, we got an error, and we got an error because we can't find the index of word 0. So that must mean that some words begin with things that are not in the index, maybe such as a capital letter. So we better take care of that. In a similar way, if word 0, let's do the opposite, is not in letters, let's continue. And so that means we will just go back and try another word. There are slang words in there that start with an apostrophe. There are abbreviations in there, things like CBS, CNN, those are in there. those are all not what we're thinking of as words in the English language. So if I find a word that is capitalized, so it would be a proper name, or maybe it's all capitals, then we'll just skip that word. And let's try this out. Now this is a lot better. In fact, we see some of the words that we expected to find. There's cab, there's pig, there's table, and they all printed out nicely. So we have something that works.